Today we will discuss about Python numbers and then we will move on to the Python string. So what is numbers or what we call it? So this is called, this data type is called numeric data type and contains three data types. What are those three data types? Those are integer, float and complex numbers. Okay, so if we talk about integer, float and complex numbers, so only these are the data types in Python. However, there are other programming languages which contain lots of numeric data types like decimal of a long data type, short data type, double data type, but there is no concept of those data types in Python. Python has three numeric data types. These are integer, float, and complex. Now, so we'll further see how to use those ones. Okay. So simply, I will take few examples here. So if I say num1 is equal to 10, num2 is equal to 10.5, num3 is equal to 10j. If I see the type of these data type by the type command, then you will see the differences. So these first one is integer data type, second is float data type, third is complex data type. You can also do one thing. You can also print the value as well here, separated by comma, num1, same here, num2, num3. So you will understand output and the type. So 10 is of integer data type, 10.5 is of float data type, and 10j is complex data type. What is complex data type here? Complex data type. Complex data type contains two parts. Uh, One is the real part plus imaginary part. If you understood this one, so imaginary part in mathematics during our school time was denoted by I. I stands for iota in imaginary part, which has the value square root of -1. So this was the value of iota, if you are aware about that one. So basically, complex number is the combo of a combination of real and imaginary part, imaginary number. Why we call it imaginary number? Because it's very difficult to find out, like under square root of -1, because practically that is really not possible. However, uh, if someone is using, how is that possible? I will tell you. I will share something in it. Let me see if I'm able to see some stuff here. So let's say you have one. Are you able to see a drawing? This is a square root. So if
Yeah.
I mention here 4 into 4 here, okay. So what will happen? What will be the output of this one if I solve it? So it becomes 4. Answer is 4, right? Now what happens in this case? How -1 comes here? Square root of -1. It comes in that way. Suppose you have two values. Let's say you have one value -2 here, and then after that you are doing some multiplication here. Let's say this one, and you are dividing this complete stuff with divided by 8. So if you see what becomes the answer for this one. So 4 into 2, 8. 8 divided by 8, it becomes square root of -1. So this part is not solvable. If you see here, we easily solved the first one, but we cannot solve this one. So this stuff is called imaginary part, because every time we need to use this part if we encounter these type of situation. So we call this part as imaginary part. Okay, so that's why in mathematics is used to denote it by iota. But here in this case in Python we mention this value by j. So in Python it will always be j. Okay, so this is the funda of complex number. Is this clear to you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now how to convert? We will move further. Let me clear the drawing. How to do typecasting? Typecasting. What does that mean? To convert one data type into another. So let's say I say, hey, convert integer into the float. So first scenario is int into float. So what you can say, let's say num4 is equal to 10. You want to convert it into 4 or float, so you will use float here num4. So it will give you the output. What output will be there? 10.0. Perfect. Yeah. But if I say to you, hey, convert it into like second scenario, float to int, float to int. So I have value num5 is equal to 10.5. I say print integer and then num5. So it will give the value to 10. Okay. Now convert integer into complex number. However, in our syllabus, complex number we will not be doing anything, but you should be aware about what complex number is all about. So I have number num6 is equal to 10. I say print complex num6. So it will give 10j. Okay, sorry, 10 plus 0j. What actually it means, if you see anything with 0 will always be 0. So ultimately it is 10 only, right? Value is 10 only, but that is the only way, like that is a representation of the complex number. That's why it is showing in that way. However, reverse is not possible. You can convert integer and float into complex numbers, but vice versa is not possible. Vice versa is not possible. So if I say num7 is equal to 10j and I say print integer num7, so that's not possible. It will give you the error. So what it says, int argument must be a string, a byte-like object, or a real number, not complex number. So you can convert real number into the integer, but not complex number into the integer. Same works for float as well. If I say num8 and I say 10 point, let's say 10j, and I say print float num8, so it will give the same error. Float argument must be a string or real number, not complex number. So remember this thing, integer and float number can be converted into the complex number, but complex number cannot be converted, sorry, complex number cannot be converted into the integer and float. Okay. Any doubts or anything you want to ask?
No.
Perfect. So always remember type conversion. So it will be very helpful for you. Okay. So let's move on further. That is called random number. Very helpful. It will always be helpful. Okay. So what is a random number basically? So you can generate the random numbers. You can generate the random numbers in Python by using a module, random module, or we call it function. Okay, module. So how it works and what is the benefit of that one, we'll discuss about those one. So let's say I want to import, I will have to import the module. So just mention the module name and you can import it. Okay. So module name is random, and then I can print any random number. I can mention the range as well. So what should be the range? Random is the module, and rand range in the function. Rand range is a function. Let's say 1 to 100. So it will print any random number here. If I run it again, that it will print different number every time. Even I run it again, so every time it will print different number. Okay, it is very helpful when you are making a guess number program. Even we will do that later, and you will understand that one also. Okay, so remember this thing. Okay, I think that is sufficient in the numbers.
So here import is the keyword, and then
Module,
random is the.
module name. What are modules? Modules are the inbuilt function of Python, or inbuilt packages from where you can use different inbuilt functionality. So what is happening here? So random is a module which contain rand range as a function. Rand range means any random number will be printed. Okay, so this is a range you have given here, and it will print any random number. So understand in that way. This is an inbuilt function of random module.
Okay, so like here ran in the first line one random, and then rand range. So if we are writing the other words like not random, then can we use the rand range again?
It will not work. So I will show you. We have
Okay.
imported the module. If you mention rand range directly, so it will not work. Reason is that rand range is the inbuilt functions, but to use this function, you need to mention the module name here. So it will give you the error.
Okay. So if we write the import and then book, so we have to print book rand range 1 to 100. It will work.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other queries?
No.
Perfect. There are lots of modules. We will discuss about modules in the coming chapters. Math module also there, and apart from there, there are some sys module which are very helpful for Python. We will understand each and every stuff in coming chapters. Okay. So let's move on further to string. String. Any text which is written, or any data, we can say any data or text which is written in the code, in the codes. Which codes? Either single or double. Single or double is called string. So it is denoted by what we call it, str keyword. And how to write the variables? Variable name equal to, I can write in next line also. Example, variable name equal to, in the quotes, hi, this is string. Anything you can write. So example, let's say my data, or greet. Greet is the keyword. Also greet is a variable. welcome to Python programming. Okay. So if I want to print this one, just use greet here. So question mark should not be there. So we are getting the expected output. There are two types of string: single line string and multi-line string. So what is the difference between single line string and multi-line string? So it is similar to comments, but comments were used without any variables. But here you will be using string into the variable, then it will become multi-line string. How? So let's say if you see this one, this is single line string. Greet is a single line string because you are getting the output in one line. But if you want multi-line string, so you can say welcome. Welcome is a keyword. You can say hi. You need to use triple quotes here, either triple single quote or triple double quotes. Hi, welcome to Python. I am very happy that you signed up here. Have a great day ahead. Okay, and you can simply print welcome. So you will get the output. This is a multi-line string output. Clear?
Yeah, like that of the comment.
Yeah. Okay.
But here is the variable. Like first one is greet in the single line, and second one is the anything in the
Yes.
money line.
Correct. Okay. Now here comes the most important topic, that is called string slicing. String slicing. Please understand it carefully. What does that mean? To slice the strings. Slice the string into chunks by using index values. What are index values? We'll discuss about those ones. So if I say to you, let's say I have one string here, greet is equal to welcome Python. So, or let's say simple string, let's say international. This is a string. So how data stored inside the string? So let's discuss about that one. So I write here I N E A. Is this the spelling correct? So first value gets stored at 0th position, 1 position, 2nd position, 3rd position, 4th position, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and let's take no space. 11, 12. Let me see, international. Okay. So data is stored in string in this format. Means why I am telling you, suppose if I need to access first element I. So what I will do here, I will mention print greet in the square bracket 0. So what it will do, it will give me the 0 as I as an output. Clear? So suppose if I need to access
Okay. While writing any string, we have to give the space first of all. Yes.
no, leave this one. This is for your understanding. It's not related to this one. Okay.
Uh,
This is for your understanding how data is stored into the string. Not only string,
oh,
in every data type, data is stored in that way. So it starts with 0th index. Okay. So suppose if I need to access T, so how I will do? So I will simply mention print greet,
greet.
and for T, what I will mention here? 2.
Two.
Yes. 2. If I need to access the last element, so I'll mention print 12 here, greet 12 to access L. So it will give L to us. Okay. There's another thing. This stuff is called positive indexing. I'll mention here.
So if we are writing the greet equals to Python is a program, and then so again we can slice in this way.
I will understand your stuff. Just give me a minute. Yeah, repeat again your question.
So if we are writing greet equals to Python is a program, then the slicing will be in this way.
Slicing means to cut the string in between. This is the only stuff I have shown you, but I will show you further. That is called range of indexing. Range of indexing. Range of indexing. What does that mean? To cut the string or slice the string from specific range. So how? If I say same string greet is here, so if I don't mention any print statement in Jupyter Notebook, still you can get the output of greet. See here, I did not mention print here, but you still get the output only in case of Jupyter Notebook. Now I'm telling you range of indexing. So suppose I need to print this ter. So how I will print? I will say greet, and in the bracket now square bracket I will start from ter. So T is at second position 0 1 2, so I will mention 2 here, and then 2 3 4, so I will mention 5 here. So what will happen? 2 3 4, so it will print 3 elements to me, but you will say element is at fourth position, element is at fourth position, it at fourth position, and we are printing up to 5, right? Why? So understanding that way, this fifth is the character number actually. So if you understand here, I need to print ter. Okay, so these are the 3 characters. If I print it 2 to 4, so actually it will print only 2 characters only. How it works? Just do first one is called upper index and lower index. So greet. So 2 is the, I can mention here, 2 is upper index, lower index, and 5 is upper index. How many elements it will print? It will print upper minus lower, upper minus lower. So it will print 3 elements, 3 elements. And we want to print 3 elements. So that's why we use up to 5 here, ter. But if you say no, if t starts from 2 and ends with ter ends with 4. So if I mention here print greet 2 colon 4, so how many elements it will print?
2.
2 elements, right? Elements it will print. So it will print 2 elements. So it will print te only, but our expectation is to print ter. So that's why we always use one more index value, but it does not print the last indexed value. It will print the like this one, what we call it, up to here only, before 5. So up to 4th it will print. So it will print te only. Now for your, if there is one query for you, so if I say print greet and I mentioned 3 to 7. So what should be the output? What will be the output? Tell me.
TERN. No, no. ERNA.
ERNA.
Eh,
Perfect. Because it will print 4 elements. It will print 4 elements. Okay.
mhm.
Now this is called positive indexing. Means you are taking the numbers positive. We have negative indexing as well. What is negative indexing? If you see in positive indexing, numbers start from left side lower index and up to right side higher index, upper index. In negative indexing, it starts from right to left, right to left. How? Same string, but now you are doing some other stuff at this. So I will start from -1, just a minute, -1. So what happens here? So -1 is the position for L in the lower index, this one, okay. -2 is position for A. -3, -4, even I can copy this one again. -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, -13. So what is happening here? Did you understand it? Negative indexing starts from right to left. So
Mhm.
suppose if I need to print the last element, to print the last element, you can simply use -1. You can simply use -1. How? Where is the string? String is here. So if I need to print L, so you can simply mention print -1, and you will get the output as minus L. Sorry, something is wrong. You need to use greet here. Greet, and in the square bracket -1. So it will give you L. I'm just thinking another way. I wanted this output in one line. I don't know how to do that. Like line by line. So instead of this one, if I use this one, sugar. I can use it. Okay, not working. No problem. We can remember this one, or I can copy this one here in the course. Okay. So Range of indexing works for negative also, negative elements as well. Range of indexing for negative index. How it works? So let's say you want to print the number, let's say enter only, right? You want to print the numbers enter. So how will you do that? So you will say print as greet. You want to use negative indexing, right? So what you will say here, you will
-8 to 30.
-9, comma, -14. Something is wrong. Okay, -13. No. Are we missing
-8.
something? Okay, let me see what is inside greet. So we want to print enter. So I will say greet, and then I will mention here -9 colon. Okay, it should be lower index, my mistake. See, remember, first we should mention lower index. So if you see what is the lower index here, lower index is
Oh,
-6. Okay.
-13 to -9.
Yes, correct. -13 to -8. What is the reason for -8? Because if you mention -9, so it will show up to 10 only. Okay. So now if I run it, you can get enter. So always remember how many elements it will print. You can do it 13 -8, so 5. So you can remember like how many elements you are printing so that you can move one ahead. Okay.
Mhm.
So what else is there? Important part is strings are immutable. Strings are immutable. What does that mean? Once you assign the string to a variable, you cannot change it. Variable, then you cannot change it. Okay. So what is the example to understand that one? So let's say you say uh, greet is equal to international, right? Or just print greet here. But what you want to assign greet. Let's say you want to say greet, and you mention here 0 is equal to, you want to say h. So it will give you the error. So what it says, str object does not support item assignment because you cannot change the value directly. You are doing the assignment here. However, if you want to use greet 0, it will give you I, but since you are assigning the value, so you cannot do that. Means once a string is defined, then it cannot be changeable in the same variable. However, you can copy the output into another variable. Okay, is this clear to you?
Like if we are even writing I, what will happen? Greet 0 equal to I.
So if you mention I here, still that's not possible because you cannot assign the value. Means it, what does that actually means? So I will tell you, it means, let's say instead of I, you want to use anything Z also. What you want
Mhm.
to do, you want to change the value of greet. Like instead of international, you want to mention international or something. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that is not possible. Once you define the string, so that cannot be changed. However, you can reassign the value into another variable. So if you see here, greet here, so you can use greet1 is equal to greet. So that is possible. No issue with that. So if you see greet1 here, so you will get the output. But you cannot change the string in the variable, same variable. Okay.
Oh, we cannot change the string, but we can change the variable name.
Yes, yes, yes. How to delete a string? How to delete a string. So just simply use del keyword. If I say print greet one here, sorry, greet one should be there. So it will give us the output. If I do del here, del means delete. You want to delete the item of value of a string, what we call string. If you again run greet one, then it will give you error. Greet one is not defined, and that's correct. It's not defined because we deleted it. Let's say I have one variable name is welcome. How to empty a string? That is also not possible. If I do welcome is equal to space, so it will give us, yeah, it is possible. So if you see here, so what happened here? Now welcome does not contain anything. Welcome is empty now. Okay. So how to make the string empty? So just simple use single quotes. How to make the string empty? What is the difference between empty string and here in del keyword? Del keywords delete the variables as well, but this string just removes the element or empty the elements. Now you will say we cannot modify the string, but how we can empty the string? Empty is possible, but you cannot modify the existing string. So remember this thing. Okay.
Like, can we empty the greet here?
Greet, yes. So if you simply mention, let me show you the content of greet here. But if you say greet equal to this one, so basically what you are doing, you are assigning the value. It is possible. So if you see here output, so it will just show two quotes. So nothing is there.
Mhm.
Basically
So
empty. You are
what's
unassigning.
the benefit?
Yeah, repeat.
Means what's the benefit of this? Means just without deleting the string.
Benefit is that if you want to use a variable, so variable somewhere else, then you will delete that variable. Okay, del keyword. But what you say, hey, I just want to this initialization will always be helpful for you, not only in case of string, in case of list as well. First you will create the empty list and then you can use that one. So it is an empty string here. Okay, variable, empty string variable. So suppose initially you want to make a program someone will enter the values in your string,
Mhm.
then in that case it will be helpful. So you will define an empty string and someone can use that as a variable. However, there
Oh,
are very less chances for that one
mhm.
because once they assign the values to the string, then those are not modifiable. So once, only one time it can be done. Okay, so now here's one interesting stuff, or what we call it actually, string formatting. String formatting. What does that mean? It means how to format a string. So let's say you want to print a value like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Okay. If you remember earlier, I told you you should use double brackets, double quotes or single quotes. But if I use single quote, it will give me the error. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about here. If I say str1 is equal to this, hey, what's going on? So it will work fine. If I say print str1, so it will give me the output, hey, what's going on? But if we try to do with str2, str2 is equal to Control V. Instead of double quotes, I'm using single quotes. So it will give me the error, right? Why? Because it already ended at what's. So it will give me the error in second part. But we have solution for that one. This solution is called,
If there is apostrophe yes in any
yes.
string, then we must use the double quotes.
No. We must not use. I will tell you what is the solution. Solution is called escape sequence. Escape sequence. So what you want here, you can neutralize the impact of apostrophe s here by using slash here. How it works? Just before that, mention slash. So what will happen in that case? This slash will neutralize the effect of this quote. It will be just considered as a single string. So now you will get your expected output. If I say str2 here, so you will get your output, same output. Hey, what's going on? Did you get it? It is very helpful. Why it is very
Okay. STR1 in line in 51 line third, STR1 equals to double quoted. Hey, what's going on?
yes,
And then in STR2, hey, what's going on in these single quotes?
yes,
Means can we print in the double? If we are using the double quotes, then even if there is an apostrophe yes, we can print that one.
yes.
But if there is apostrophe s already and then we are using the single quotes, then we to remove that we have to use the slash before
Perfect,
the
perfect. Okay, that is perfect.
yeah.
Understand. Why? What is the benefit of that one? It's very helpful. So let's say str3 here. Say welcome to Yash store. Yash, my name. Okay, so what I will do, I mention here Yash store. What I want to do here, I want to mention Yash in the group. So what I will do,
Then
I will use this
we
one.
have to use the slash.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I
Slash.
okay, now it will give me Yash in the quotes as well. So if I say str3, so you can see the output. Okay.
We don't need to use the print str3 or directly using the word str3 will it give the output?
Yes. The same thing I told you, na. If you use print or without any print, then it will work in Jupyter Notebook. But best practice is to use always print.
Yeah.
To always use the print.
Means even in all the practice we are doing here, without using the print, will it work in the Jupyter notebook?
Yeah, we should use print only. It is just to quickly type and just show you the output and all. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, string formatting.
Okay,
Another.
so if we have the more than 2, 3, 4, 5 double commas or double quotes, then we have to use individual slash for the
Yes.
separate or individual double quotes.
Yes. Okay. Next one is format method. What is the benefit of this one? So format means you want to print some output. So let's say you have two variables or three variables. Okay. What are those variables? Let's say fr friend1 is a variable. Okay. Of frnd friend1 is equal to Rajmohan Sekhar, Raja Ram Mohan Rai, and friend2 is Chandrasekhar. Chandrasekhar. Okay, there are two friends. What I will do here, I will print something here, print, and then what I'm doing in using the quotes, I'm mentioning here curly braces and curly braces are best friends. It is very new to you, don't worry. So then what I will do in the last, I will say dot format here, dot format. and then I will simply mention frnd1 and then comma frnd2. So what will happen in here? So this value will come in first curly braces and this value will come into second curly braces. So this is called format. Okay, this is called format. So you are using format method here, right? So if you see the
Like
output of
like the style.
a format means it is an inbuilt method of Python. This is not style. Format is inbuilt method of Python by the help of which you can use values separately as well. So what is the benefit of that one? Suppose if you don't use format method and if you want to print the same value, so what you will do, you will mention in this way frnd1 comma and then after that you will start brackets here and then after that you will say frnd2 then again are the best friends. However, this looks easy to you right now, but suppose there are lots of variables, so every time you will mention these type of stuff in between, right? To avoid these stuff, again you are using double quotes and then you are using variable, then you are using double quotes. So Python provides you the method, just use the curly braces. Curly braces are like the placeholder for the variable, and then in the
Okay.
end use
It
the
means if we have the more than two variables like friend three, friend four, then we have to use these
yeah, yeah,
curly brackets
this one,
continuously.
yes. Okay.
And then all the times and or the comma.
Here you are talking about, right?
No, no, like in the first, like
This
print
one.
and then double. No, 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 four, line four.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
So it's your wish. Means suppose let's say there are there is one more friend. Let me write in another one.
Mm-hmm.
So you have fr and that is your wish. How you want to print. Okay. So three variables are there, and then you use
Mm-hmm.
fr and d3 here, and then it's your wish how you want to use. You want to use comma here, and it's totally your wish. Getting?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So now it will show all these three.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. However, there is another method as well for this one. Uh, you can do by the help of what we call it. This first method is called using curly braces. Using curly braces, and then we have another method as well. Let me copy this one. What we call it? Using positional argument. Positional arguments. What's the difference between first and then? Instead of using curly braces, you can use values here 1, 0, 2. So now what will happen here? Understand this one. So what is at one position? So one position is friend because it starts from 0, right? 0, 1, 2. Getting my point? Everything in Python related to positional indexing all starts with 0. So what will happen here? So in it will print friend 2 here first. So friend 2 is Chandrasekhar, and then it will print friend 1 Raja Ram Mohan Rai and then Bhagat Singh. So it will be the output. Chandrasekhar, Raja Ram Mohan Rai and Bhagat Singh are the best friend. What change I did here? I changed the position. It's your wish how you want to change the position, right? So if you say let's say 210, so it's your totally wish 210. So now output will be second position for Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar and Rajaram are the best friends. So this should be the output now. Did you understand positional arguments?
Yes, yes, yes. Because it will clear more.
Yes,
Mhm.
perfect. Okay. What else is there? So we have lots of methods in string. That is called actually string slicing or string. Lots of methods are there. Okay. We'll discuss those methods also. Even I can give you some assignments as well. But let's discuss some basic methods of string. String methods. So what are those methods? Let's say we have string str5 is equal to hello Python. If I say print str5 dot upper is the method. Okay, so it should give me the string into the upper case. Then I have another method that is called lower method. Although this string is all lower, but still output will be in lower case. And then how to remove white space? How to remove white space? White space means if any space is there in between strings, so how to remove that one? Hello, welcome. Okay. So if I print string here str6, you can see spaces here in the end or in the last. So you can use strip method strip. How it works? So I say print, then I can simply use str6 dot strip method. So what it will do, it will remove the white space now. See here. So there is a difference between first string and second string, right? There is no white space in the second string. So by the help of string strip method, you can remove the space. Now, how to replace a string? Let's say we have the string hello Python. So you want to replace the character, like str5 is hello Python, right? So what you want to do, you want to replace the string. So what you will say, str5 dot replace, and instead of p, you want to use j. So you will get the output now in that way. Hello Jython.
What type of letter we are using, we have to print that.
Please repeat.
Like if we are changing the P to J or the Y to X, can we change the other letter from that?
No, not getting you.
No. Just you are using the first letter.
Huh.
And then can we change the other like Y, T, H, O, N also?
It's your wish. If you what you want to change. So instead of changing the one line, you can change the complete string as well. You mention py here, pyt, and here mention Joe.
Oh, okay.
So it's your wish.
Mhm. So like the P first P to J, like PYT to JOG. Okay.
So it's totally your wish how you want to change. Let's say if I say, and instead of L you want to say Z only.
Mm-hmm.
So what will happen wherever L is there, so it will change with Z everywhere. Also remember these changes are not in the string. In the string remains intact. Intact means there is no change in the string. So if I print str5, so that will still be hello Python only. It is just a visualization. What is the benefit of this visualization? You can assign these values directly into another string. How? So just mention, like, you know the method now. So just simply say str7 is equal to, and then use this one str5 dot replace, and then use L here, and then replace it with J, Z. So if you see str7 now, it contains the updated version. But
Okay.
those operations are the visualization only. Those will not affect str5 because strings are immutable. You cannot change the strings.
Oh, it's still STR5 is same.
Yes, same. But this is just the visualization. If you use the replace keyword, then what will happen? You will get these type of output. So you can store that output in some other variable that we did in 7th or this row. Okay. You can split the string. Split the string means to split the string. Let's say I have big string here str8. Hi, welcome to Python. This is great programming. This is called strings. Split the string. Split the string. So if you say print str8 dot split, so what will happen here? It will split the string by the help of space. Okay, with default. So if you see here, string is splitted by the help of space. Wherever space is there, so it is splitting. Okay. Now it's your wish how you want to split. By default, space is a splitter. You can use another splitting thing as well. You can use,
If there is no space in
yeah, I'm
the
telling you, you can use another split keyword. Anything you can use in the string. So let's say instead of space, I want to segregate the string by the comma. So how can I do that? So simply same string print str8 dot split and then mention comma here. So now you will see three strings only. Hi, welcome to Python, and this is great programming. Okay. Now if there is no space, so let's say str9 is equal to international. Still you want to split. So it's your wish how you want to split. So if you want to split based upon any keyword, or let's say you want to split based upon any letter, so it will split. What it will do, it will mention this one, and then another one is one, and another one is this. Okay, based upon the letter also you can split the string. Clear? Now interesting thing is how to concatenate the string. Remember, we use plus operator. Let's say str10 is equal to hi, str11 is equal to welcome, str12 is equal to python. If I want to join two strings, so what I will do, I will simply mention print str10 plus str11 plus str12. The output will be hi, welcome Python, but there will be no space. So if you see here, output is okay, but there is no space. So how to add the space here? You can simply add the same string str10, explicitly add the space here like this, then str11, explicitly add the space here like this, plus str12. Now you will get your expected output. Always remember, you can join or concatenate strings only. Concatenate strings only. Why I am telling you? Let's say you have str num1 is equal to 10 here, and you are trying to concatenate str12 plus num10 num1, so it will give you error. Can only concatenate string to string. Okay.
or the number to number.
Yeah, that is possible. That becomes mathematical expression. So if I say, however, if you convert num into string, that is possible. So you say num2 and then equal to str, and then you mention num1 here. Now this is possible. It will not give error. Let me write in another cell. So I will write the same stuff in another cell. Convert integer into string. Then you can add. How it works? Let's say num1 is equal to str and then num1. Now you will get the output international 10 or something, Python 10. Okay. But why you are able to add? Because this num1 is string now. Earlier it was integer. So you can check print type num1. Okay.
Okay. We
Now,
simultaneously we can change the
Yeah,
data type or the class.
perfect. Yeah. So here's one interesting stuff for you. Num2 is equal to 10. str12 is equal to Python. Now if I say print num2 star str12, so what will happen here?
In Python,
Sorry,
10, sorry.
it will print Python 10 times.
Ah,
Okay, remember this. Now let's move on further. Let me give you one more example for string formatting. One more example. So let's say you have one variable, age is equal to 50. Age is a variable, and you have one text here or string. You can say string 13. Hey, my name is Python. I think Python is 30 years old. And then you can mention, and I am dash years old. You can simply say print str13 dot format, and then you can use that value. What is the value? Is here. Okay. So what it will print? Hi, my name is Python. I'm 30 years old. This is another way. Let me see what I missed somewhere. str13 format dot is. str has no attribute format, so some spelling mistake is here. It should be in that way. Okay. But you can do in one line also, as we were doing earlier, right? This does not look good, so you can do in one line also. Instead of using here, also you can directly use print here, and then in the last you can mention dot format, and then a is here, so you will get the expected output. So in one line also that is possible. Okay. Any queries?
no, no, good. I have to look it again. I'll get things from YouTube.
Okay. There are lots of string methods. You need to do the practice. I will give you one link. Okay. Please do practice for all these methods. This is an assignment as well. I have mentioned this link here. Okay. I will upload in the assignment sections also. If you understood this string slicing, then you will never face any problem. I have given here a W3 schools link. However, I will mention the, what we call it, methods as well. Okay, please go through with these methods and try to do practice for those ones. I think that's enough for today. Any queries, please let me know.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, let's connect tomorrow then. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye, take care. Also, one more thing, if you, okay.